What do you guys think about the fact that the game is? Because this is something I was thinking about recently. Um, there's a lot of restrictions on what you can do in the game. So like the game core gameplay is you go out, you kill something, you go back, you practice, you go out, you kill something, you buy equipment, you go out, you kill something. Like that's pretty much the game. You know, there's not a lot. Like let's say you took a look at another MMO out there, or Eve Online, or any of these other big games. Where there's like these deep economies of people.
Yeah.
Crafting, farming, banking, like things get wild. And I understand that, banking is a sensitive subject in MUME. But the point is like if you don't want to go out there and do that, it's like okay, kill something, bash, shoot, whatever, come back. There's a ton of options out there for you. And in MUME, there's not really. That's kind of how you have to operate. Um, would you guys be open to them opening something up like that? Like, okay, there's something you can farm, there's something that you can craft.
Yeah. And shit. Now I don't know how to. Is it Rogon? How do you say that? Rogon.
Rogan.
Rogon.
I mean, I think of Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
So
that's what I think
I
of
don't know,
too.
Rogan,
Okay.
Rogan.
Yeah. So Joe,
Just call him Joe.
notorious podcaster Joe Rogan told that he actually wants to move towards a crafting direction in game.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, the funny thing that I've always noticed about MUME is that so long as like an item or an achievement or some status, so long as it has like the minimum quantum of desirability, people will do any amount of work for it.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's gonna give me 1 DB. Okay, yeah, I'll spend 20 hours doing it.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think like little embellishments, right?
I'll
Like
make
if we had
47
like
characters to get that extra.
yeah, if we had like a trinket slot or something where we like, and it was like minimal, or like what is that, the Blackthorn wristband, which gives you like 1 OB or something, and people go grind Emin for it, or so it's like people just love having shit to achieve. People just love having things to accomplish in game.
Exactly. Well, things to accomplish, not even just achieve. Achievement is great, but that's a separate thing than accomplish. Like accomplish, like you remember, I don't know if this is how it was in the very early days of MUME, but I remember when I first started playing, like trading was a big thing. Like there were characters that just walked around and they were just traders. Like they'd be like, yeah, I got a
So
scroll. You
back
wanna?
in the 90s, it was rare to see someone with like a full metal set.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was they changed armor and stuff, but like back then you'd have like plate uh plate greaves, fine chain, like arms, like you'd all, and then like if you had a metal wall shield, you'd be
Mine
good.
chain was shining chain back then. I think you mean ring mail.
Ring mail, yeah, you'd have ring mail. And if you had like a metal wall shield, you'd be like, oh, I'm good to go.
It was
Max
badass
set.
to have a metal
Always
wall
very
shield. It was hard to
hodgepodge, and
get.
always very mishmash.
Well, I think.
But yeah, you're right. Someone would be like, "Hey, I've got a large metal wall shield to trade," and then you'd spam all the way from Blue Mountains to Fornost or something to get it. And that was like your session. You're like, "Okay, I did it. I accomplished something."
So that's like that means that there's an inflation problem in MUME kind of as well.
Well, receipts.
Yeah.
For receipts. I mean, it
On
made
the-
it hella easy to bank things because you could just have a backpack full of receipts. So now the limit is your weight.
I actually, all right, so I don't know. I have a feeling they probably would never accept this. I don't have a problem with banking, but I think the banking should be done on a player level. So, like, banking a character, I don't think is very good. But if you could have, like, a character run bank where, like, you buy in, and it's not like a game thing where it's like, okay, well, the most money you have, like, that works. I don't know. I love the idea of having characters that just like, yeah, actually, this is what I want to do. I want to be the guy who's super powerful, not because I went out and killed 47 warg riders. It's actually because, I went and talked to players and got a whole bunch of stuff, and now I keep it in my shop, and then they can come to me, and I'll loan it out to them, or whatever. Like innovation, that's what I'm talking about. And right now the game is kind of has to be played in a very specific way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think playstyle has evolved to be very one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's on a bashing caster combo on puke, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the thing is, it's not like the player base, I think, would definitely be eager to explore new modes of playstyle, right? Because like everyone, you always hear people were like, "Yeah, I have to go make a BN cleric so I can thank my friends when they're doing X, Y, Z." Like people like the idea that there's some function or role that's needed, and that's like it's a justification to start a whole new character and start a whole new project. People
Exactly.
like shit, right?
Everyone loves being needed. Like I'm that
Yeah.
guy that can provide this that nobody else can. You know.
Right. So if
Um,
there was some type of crafting or embellishment that took like 70 pracs or something, so it was like a huge sort of investment of your character and you had to do special quests to get it, I think tons of people would love that shit, right?
mhm.
I would love it.
Exactly, and that's why I actually really love like all the random Hobbit stuff. It's like, oh, you need a Hobbit for this. That's awesome, you know. Um, that's a
I think
really cool mechanic.
bias there, dude. You have a bias there.
Maybe I have a little bias there, but it's pretty sweet. Like especially when you go into Squaretooth and they're like, okay, you're the Hobbit. Okay, it's my time to shine. I get beat up all throughout the rest of the game, but this is my moment.